All right, what is up, YouTube and Cordy? We're going to be smashing through a few new little releases that kind of scraped by this morning. So we have 3 new V-Jump cards. Actually, we have 4, including a manga card, and something else relatively interesting coming out. So the first one is Performapal Misdirection. And I'm pretty intrigued by Misdirector's art here. But my first real complaint is she level 6. So she's also a tuner. What the fuck? Okay, so you can only use this card's name's third effect once per turn. So while you control an odd-eyes monster, your opponent cannot select this card as an attack. I would hope not. Being a fat level 6 with 0 attack, you better be able to do something. While this card is in defense position, odd-eyes monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from those battles. So we get a little soft battle defense. Okay. We can target one level 1 monster in our graveyard, splash summon it, but its effects are negated. And if you do immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using only that monster and this card as the materials. So this is to make Clearwing, right? Because, you know, part of the dragons and his little buddy inside of him was the Clearwing master. So, okay, I guess that's fine. But you have to pendulum summon this card out. You don't get any other real benefits. I mean, attack protection and damage nullity is pretty novelty, actually. I don't really like that all that much. And then the fact that she's a level 6 tuner that tutors with a level 1 to make level 7 synchro. I mean, I guess you can make... I don't even know what else. Black Rose Dragon, nuke your own field because you're playing this bad card, but I guess it's another Performapal monster. It's level 6 and it's a tuner. I guess those are the bright side of this. Now, this card, this thing is crazy to me. This is DD Evil. Level 4, 2000, by the way. So, he is Pendulum Scale 8, by the way, which is pretty good. So, Pendulum Effect. Once, while this card is in the Pendulum Zone, when your opponent Pendulum summons a monster or monsters, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, that monster or monsters cannot attack. Also, their effects are negated. This is a generic anti-pendulum floodgate, and I didn't actually think they would make something like this ever in this card's life. Like, I think this card is crazy. It sucks that it's a once per turn, but I mean, if you set this up turn 1, fuck it, you're good to go. Literally. Monster effect on this says it can't attack unless you control another DD monster. You're really putting restrictions on level 4s at this point, Konami. Come on. Like, we don't need this. Like, you should have just let it attack. And during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can target one pendulum summon monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of the turn. Man, they really just... Okay. So, they really wanted to design an anti-pendulum card for DD. I think that this is crazy interesting, just because that floodgate-esque anti-pendulum effect, literally that sits there, is pretty broken, generally. Like, I don't see a reason not to see this as a side deck card, especially when you're going first against Pendulum, because you just scale it, you're like, haha, I can negate whatever you're doing. Like, we did it. So, I don't know. I'm intrigued with this both as an option for DDD and as a anti-pendulum card. Next up, we have Smoke Mosquito. Alright, so this is a dark level 1. I assume that this is what I'm comboing off with our Performapal Misdirection here. So you can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. During damage calculation, when you take battle damage from an opponent's attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do half the damage that you take from this battle until the end of the battle phase, after this damage step is over. What? Why is this supposed to be good? Like, I get it, I get an onboard monster when for an opponent's monster's attack, like, I don't even get anything offensive about this. This card blows. You can target one face-up monster you control. This card's level becomes the same as that monster's until the end of this turn. Hey, so if I Wait, hold on. Misdirection negates the effect. Fuck. I wanted to bring back the level 1 and then tutor this into the new Zonky Synchro that's level 12 and Smile, but this card is absolutely fucking terrible. Anything at this current point in time, unless it's absolutely bonkers broken, that does nothing to promote an advancement of game state, kind of is going to be an issue. Also, it doesn't have Performapal in its name, which I guess if this was Performapal, Smoke Mosquito, we might have seen somebody try something with this. But once again, like, I can have this copy a level and I get to drop a monster. This just seems like a waste of a promo slot, in my opinion. I'm not too big of a fan of this, but I mean, outside of the three of these, I definitely think that DD Evil is the absolute best card here. Just as an anti-Floodgate and just overall general brokenness. Now, this is big. This is what I'm going to call the face of disgusting. So this is Go DDD, Zero King, Zero God Reiji. And this is supposed to be based off of the duelist that plays this archetype actually in the TV show. And it's pretty crazy this is what we're actually getting. This card is good. So it's Pendulum Scale 0. Level 10, 0, 0. Pendulum effect. You can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. So if you would take effect damage, you take no damage from that effect instead. So your opponent's trying to burn you? Nah, cut that shit off right now. Level 5 or higher DD monsters you tribute summon can be summoned without tributing. Holy shit, that's a scale effect. I like that a lot. Literally, all of the fucking problem cards that you've been trying to stick on the board for the longest time, you get to drop for free now. And then we have the monster effect. So we contribute one other monster, select one of these effects to apply until the end of the turn. So we can attack our opponent directly. We can make it so that our opponent cannot activate cards or effects in their spell and trap guard zone. Or we can make it that our opponent cannot activate cards or effects from their hand or graveyard. And that's until the end of this turn. So that's a lot we get to shut off. And then our second ability, when this card declares an attack while our opponent's life points is 4,000 or less, we can have this card attack become the same amount as your opponent's life points till the end of the turn. So if you're attacking directly with this, you're going to be able to close the game because you're able to set your attack points to the same as their life. And then, of course, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. You take no damage from battles involving this card. This is the best support card I've ever seen for an entire archetype. Holy actual fuck. Like, I get that this is a level 10, and my general problem with this is that it's kind of hard to summon. But if I have one of him in the scale, I can summon him without tributing, which is absolutely bonkers, by the way. And I'm able to close the game with this guy as long as I've been bursting down damage. So that's a thing. And it's also on attack declaration. So if I have this and two other large monsters, I can ping my opponent below 4,000 or at 4,000. We did it. We can close the game. So that is insane to me that they created this card on this level. Like, maybe I'm just excited for this with what we've been getting, but hot diggity dang, like, this is good. And then last but not least, we actually have a new Tenyi Link monster. Now, if you remember how they've done Tenyi so far, they're supposed to be vanilla monsters and things. Well, we've kind of needed a way to sew more up from the archetype, kind of fix more of the problems. And it's literally supposed to mean Saint or Holy in contexts like this for Kensei is either fist or sword, or what you have. It tends to be used to refer to one as an absolute master of their style or combat, who knows the innermost mysteries and secrets of how the combat goes. So it's best to avoid it being too literal. So it's supposed to be a powerful new Link monster that comes bursting through for Tenyi decks. So we'll see where this goes for the 10E deck. I'm curious to see where this kind of sews up things for this. So, guys, what do you think about the new cards? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And well, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.